video, I'm going to go over 10 actionable tips that you can use to grow your online coaching business. My name is Rachel S. Lee, and I help coaches, consultants, course creators, experts to grow their online education businesses, to grow their coaching programs, to raise their prices, to grow their audience full of target market leads, and to convert more people into their programs so they can make more money and make a bigger impact on the world and on their clients. So if you are into that kind of stuff, be sure to subscribe to my channel because I put out new content every week. So the very first actionable tip that I have for you for growing your coaching business online is to create content that converts. Content that is very intentional. Content that isn't just more noise out there on the internet. There is so much out there on the internet, so much live streams and videos and memes and social media posts and motivational quotes and Instagram posts, and there's just so much, and it can really be overwhelming and take up a lot of your time if you think, well, you need to be putting out that stuff also just to be seen. And because I know your time is limited, we all have limited time, we want to make sure that the content that we're investing our time to create is very intentional and help our clients, our future clients, get closer to enrolling in our program. And how I do this and how I teach my clients to do this is by having calls to action with all your content, with most of your content, especially your video content. If you have video content out there, there should be a call to action, a next step for people to take. Typically in the coaching industry, that next step would be to book a call with you, to book a discovery call or book a strategy session with your team. Although you can also have the call to action be to subscribe to your YouTube channel or to join your Facebook group or to opt into your email list by getting a free guide or whatever lead magnet that you have. But with my video content, if I'm doing a YouTube video or a live stream or a webinar, I typically like to make sure I'm giving enough value in that video so that my call to action could just be now book a call with my team and have that next step for them to book a call with my team to see if we can help that person in their business and see if that should transition into an enrollment call. Not all of them do, that's okay, but that is typically what I like my content to do. Although sometimes the call to action in my content will also be for people to just go buy, just go to the order form and just go enroll, just go sign up. That's typically though if I'm doing a longer webinar or like a live launch where I'm going live multiple days in a row. I'm giving enough value in the content so my audience can get to know, like, and trust me, and then be ready to make that decision to join my coaching program. So make sure that you are creating content that converts, not just a bunch of more content out there. My next tip would be to talk about your offer. You want people to know that you have a program before they ever even book that call. You're going to have much lower conversion rates on a one-to-one call with someone, on a discovery call, if they don't even know what you do or they don't know what your program is about, if they don't know anything about your program. So it's not that people need to know everything about it. They don't need to know the full feature stack, all the benefits of it, all the results, the price of it, even how it works. It's not that they need to know that before getting on a call, but you at least want people to know that you have an offer, that you have a program. I see a lot of coaches and consultants out there posting content and insinuating that they have a business. So it's like, okay, I get it, you have a business, but I don't know what their offer is. So I would just audit yourself with that. Or is your content that you're putting out there letting people know that not only you have a business, but what your program involves, what you do in your actual coaching program and how you help people. And it's not that every piece of content that you put out there needs to be a full pitch for your program, but chances are you may not be talking about it enough in your video content or your written content, and we don't want to keep it a secret. We don't want the only way that people even know we have a program is after they get on a call. We want our audience to know that we have a program, and then if they're interested in working with us, then we get them on the call. That's how we have higher conversion rates. My third tip would be to have a free Facebook group that your leads can join. A free Facebook group is a great marketing strategy. It's very different than having a Facebook page, a Facebook profile, even having an Instagram page, because you get to choose who joins your Facebook group. And you can make your Facebook group very intentional on who it's for. You can make it very clear that it is only for this type of person that has this type of problem and is looking for a solution. That is how you can really warm up your leads in your Facebook group, by getting the right people in the first place and doing marketing in the group. I like to do a weekly live stream with a call to action. We also do some written content in the Facebook group, and we know that everyone in the Facebook group is our target market. Like, my target market is coaches, consultants, course creators, experts, trainers, people that have an online education business. So my free Facebook group is just for those types of people. Having a free Facebook group is a really great way for your leads not only to really get to know you, but you get to know them, and you get to, in your CRM, you get to keep track of who's your hottest leads, who would you love to have in your program, who should you maybe send a message to, maybe send a DM to, or maybe they send a DM to you because of how the Facebook platform works. And then on the other side of that, the next thing I would recommend having is a YouTube channel. So YouTube channel is different because, maybe the wrong people are watching this video, but hopefully not, because I'm pretty good at SEO optimizing my videos so they speak to the right people, and I could actually reach more people by having the YouTube. So it's kind of like the flip side of it. I like having both the Facebook group and the YouTube channel. So oftentimes new people will find me from my YouTube, and then they'll go join my Facebook group, or people will be in my Facebook group, find that first, and then they'll see that I have a YouTube channel, and they just both grow each other. By having the Facebook group, my YouTube channel grows. By having the YouTube channel, my Facebook group grows, and it just puts the value and the authority and the message out there even more. So we work very well hand in hand, and I recommend having both. If you're doing a live stream, which I recommend doing also, you could stream it to your Facebook group and your YouTube channel at the same time using a software called StreamYard. So that's a bonus tip. So the next tip that I have for you is to do social selling. What is social selling? That is typically DMing and getting on connect calls with people. Often in your Facebook group, this can work on Instagram too. This doesn't really work on YouTube because at the moment you can't message people on YouTube. But on Facebook, let's say someone joins your Facebook group, you put a post out there that said, "Who wants me to contact you about this strategy?" And then people say yes, then you could be reaching out to them with the Facebook Messenger and pre-qualifying there in the DMs and seeing if they're a good fit to be invited to get on a discovery call with you. And then as you grow your business, you don't need to be doing all the social selling. Like, now that my business is really growing and taking off and scaling, I don't have time to be DMing all the thousands of people in my Facebook group myself. So I have a team of social sellers that work on nurturing the leads, asking them pre-qualifying questions, getting on connection calls with them, and then seeing are they the right fit for a full strategy session, a full discovery call, and having my team actually close the sale. The next tip that I have that ties into the social selling is you having a focus on getting calls booked, getting discovery calls booked. So whether that's with you or if it's with someone with your team, I'm not saying that all your sales need to come from one-on-one calls. You can have the one-to-many content out there that really warms people up to you. And it's not that you have to book calls to grow your coaching business. You could just have people go straight to an order form. But if you do have a coaching business, I would highly recommend that being an option for people to have the option to book a discovery call with you or a discovery call with your team. This is if you're selling higher ticket. And I recommend doing that also. So you attract really committed clients. Another part of the focus on getting discovery calls booked is, as I said in the very first tip, of having very intentional content that converts, is by having that call to action to book a call there. So your book a calls can be in your emails that go out. It could be in your video content. It could be in your social media posts. It could be your social sellers or your DMs leading to discovery calls. I would really keep a focus on that. Now, my next tip, which also ties into the one before, is to actually email your list. I know a lot of coaches, consultants, course creators that have an email list, but they don't email their list that often, or they feel like, well, my email list is really small or it's kind of dead. But I would get in the habit of twice a week at least, if not more. Like if you can have emails going out every day, that's just more opportunities for discovery calls to be booked, getting more eyeballs on the live streams that you did or the YouTube content that you did. Now, as your business grows, you might not have time to do all the emails. I know I don't in my business, and it's not even a time thing. It's just I don't want to do it. So I have my assistant, my marketing assistant, take care of that. I delegated that to her, and she gets the emails sent out and deals with the copy too. So that's something to consider too in your business is, do you need to hire some help to make all the things happen that you want happening so you can focus on the things that you're really good at? So the next tip that I have for you is to run ads. I would not recommend only relying on organic traffic because it's just slower. It's not that organic traffic is bad at all. I mean, this video right here, this YouTube video right here, I ranked it for SEO and I'm getting new people watching right now. And if you're new to my channel, be sure to subscribe. And that's great and everything, but I also run ads, Facebook ads, YouTube ads, for the most part, retargeting ads. If you think like, oh, I can't afford to run ads or ads are so expensive, it's just the wrong way to think of it. To get traffic and to generate leads and get a lead flow, you're going to have to trade something. You're either going to need to trade money or trade time. And I am always an advocate for, well, how can I trade money? Because oftentimes, most of the time, running the ads is actually cheaper than investing all your time in the organic efforts. So for instance, let's say on paid advertising, you get on average $10 a lead. You spend $10, you invest $10, you get a lead, you get their email, they join your Facebook group, and maybe you grab their phone number too if you're doing text message marketing like I do, which is another bonus tip. So $10 a lead. Now let's say you are investing $100 a day on ads, so that would be 10 leads a day. Versus, let's say you wanted to get 10 leads a day using organic methods like posting value posts in Facebook groups and liking a bunch of pictures on Instagram and commenting on people's Instagram photos and writing all this long form copy and stuff. Like, that's just going to take you so much longer. It's just going to take hours and hours of the day, and you might get 10 leads, whereas your ads could be up. You could be off doing something else, making more video content, and your ads are still working. So I recommend doing both. I know some coaches or trainers will brag about like, oh yeah, I grew my business all organic, and I just don't think it's anything to brag about because I'm an advocate for working smarter, not harder. And now speaking of working smarter, not harder, this ties into the next one, which would be to try to systematize everything. If you are using a marketing activity, a marketing method, a marketing strategy in your business, I would really highly recommend systematizing it, documenting the steps, basically documenting the steps that it takes to make it happen again and turning it into a repeatable system. This way it takes the guesswork out of it. It takes the thinking out of it. You're creating a second brain this way, and you could train other people to do this. So we have a system in my business for getting these YouTube videos out there and getting views on them. We have a system for how we run our Facebook group. We have a system for the weekly live streams. We have a system for the email marketing. Basically, I try to systematize as much things as I can. This not only takes the guesswork out of it, but it also makes things happen faster. Take action on a system faster, and my team can take action on a system faster, and then everyone could be more productive, which means everyone gets more free time and everyone makes more money on the team. And the final tip that I have for you would be to follow your passion, follow what you are aligned with. There are thousands of strategies out there on how to get clients, how to grow your audience, how to grow your business. There's just so many. And if something works for a group of people over here and you try it and you just don't love it, you're just not that aligned with it, it kind of brings your energy down, maybe it's just not the right fit for you and maybe you shouldn't be doing it. Now, maybe you just need to stick with it longer. You could just be doing something wrong. Sometimes we try a new strategy and we don't get the results we think we're going to get. So we just think, oh, it doesn't work, I'm going to move on to the next thing. I'm not saying give up. I'm not saying quit, but also give yourself permission to pivot if you think it's time to pivot and you would be more aligned using another marketing strategy. If we are just blindly following a strategy and putting ourselves in a box, it cuts out all room for creative freedom, and oftentimes we lose excitement about what we're doing. We lose passion about it, and then we just don't want to do it. We just don't do it, or we don't do it good, or it didn't work for us because we just really weren't aligned with it. We really just weren't excited about it and weren't having fun with it. And it's important to be excited about what you're doing and be having fun with this. Probably the reason you are a coach, you are a consultant, is because you want to help people. You want to get your message out there. So if you're, been struggling with a certain method, such as like webinars for the longest time and like Facebook ads to webinars, and you just can't get it to work and you've been trying, maybe it's time to just try something else. Again, I don't want you to think, oh, let me just trial and error everything. Let me just blindly try things. There are strategies already created for many methods and systems already created for many marketing strategies. So if you have a coach, you have a mentor, you are in a program, I would try to follow that strategy as closely as you can, but also give yourself permission to do it your way, because that's how you're going to flourish the best. So now I have an invitation for you to book a free strategy session with my team. On this strategy session, my team is going to ask, a coach from my program is going to ask you questions about your business, see where you're at, ask you questions about what marketing you've been doing and what your goals are, so they can help you identify the gaps in between. So let's say your goal is you want to get to 30K months, but you are stuck at 5K months. A coach from my team will help you to reverse engineer that and see, well, what's going to need to happen to get there? And is that something that we can help you with? Is that something that my program can help you with? And I'm not here saying that we can help everyone. The methods that I use as far as using YouTube, Facebook groups, paid advertising, one-to-many video presentations, it's not for everybody. It's not for everyone. But if that seems of interest to you and you feel like you would be aligned with those methods, let's get on a call and talk about it. This is not a high-pressure sales call or anything. This is just to really get to know you, get to know your business, and see what the next steps would be. See if we even can help you and what your journey would look like with that. How long would it really take you to get to that goal that you have? What steps would actually need to happen to get you there? Which strategies that we use and that we teach would be aligned with you? Because I don't only use one strategy to grow my business. I don't like to spread myself too thin, but we also don't like to have all our eggs in one basket. So we teach a variety of methods related to what I went over in this video. And on the free strategy session, we will talk about what would be aligned for you and what would work for you. So I have a link for that in the description below this video, a link for you to book a call with my team. There are limited spots. Make sure to book your spot for this week, pick a time that works for you, and you'll talk to a trained coach from my team, and we'll see if we can help you further with this. I want to thank you for watching this video. Be sure to give it a like, and we hope to speak with you soon.